Parents, here's something I bet you didn't know. You need to teach your kids how to quit just as much as you need to teach them how to follow through. So, as a martial arts instructor, from time to time, it happens. Kids are ready to move on from karate, and parents will come in and they'll tell me, but they don't always know how to go about it. And so, it can be a little bit clunky, and without even trying, sometimes parents will make it awkward or uncomfortable for the kids when it really doesn't need to be. So here's a couple things. Number one, always look back at what was the point of starting martial arts, whether it's karate, could be piano, drums, swim lessons, whatever it is. What was your initial goal? Is it just the karate? Was it just the music? Or were there certain aspects you were hoping to have your child learn? Or maybe they were trying to break out of their shell, try new things, seeing that it's okay to break out of the comfort zone. Maybe they needed to have the experience of learning from someone who's not mom or dad, so they can see that you're not lying when you tell them things. Get back to the core point. What is it that you really wanted? Really, as parents, we want our kids to be happy, know how to handle challenges, deal with the waves of life so that they're capable and strong as adults. So don't lose track of what the true original goal was. Another thing is look at why you're stopping. If it's karate, and let's say a kid wants to stop karate just because they're struggling with a kick or a technique, and maybe they fell down and they got embarrassed, and so they're throwing a fit and they don't want to go back. That's not really a great reason to stop, because there's a bigger picture there where you would want to keep them going for a while longer at least. But sometimes kids just want to try different things. It's not a bad thing. It's like if as a parent you'll make food, you have different recipes. You may try some and you love them, and then you try some and you don't use that one again, or you only use it every now and then. That doesn't mean you're a quitter. It means you're trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And so that's important to see that piece accurately. Another part is when it's time to be done, help your child flip into gratitude. Make a little checklist, like sit down with them and make a checklist of all the cool things they've learned since they started. If you've taken pictures and videos, this helps a ton, because you can review all those little moments. Maybe they did it for 3 months, 6 months, a couple years. If you review with them all the little bits and pieces that they've learned and help them see it in a cool, positive way, you can be in gratitude. And then have them write their coach a little note saying, thank you for teaching me, ABC. But you can flip it into a positive thing, so it's like a really cool learning experience. Another thing to watch out for is don't go into guilt. Sometimes parents get worried about how they look, maybe to the coach or instructor, or to their own parents or their own family members. If my kid quits, what are my neighbors or my friends and family going to think of me? So don't make it about yourself. Look at the bigger picture of the highest good. What is in the highest good of everybody involved? That way you don't accidentally make your kids feel guilty for just being human and wanting to try different things, being curious. That's actually a good thing. We want to encourage that. And then also, one of the reasons you don't want to go into guilt is think bigger picture for the future. Like, okay, so for me as a karate teacher, if I'm working with a kid and they've been doing karate for a year or whatever, and they want to take a break, I don't want them to feel a negative energy that like I'm disappointed in them, or that you're disappointed in them for not wanting to do this and wanting to try something else. Because what if that kid does karate for a time and then takes a break? Maybe 5 or 10 years later, this person is now a teenager or a young adult, and they really need help. And maybe you me as a coach, or you as a coach, are someone that they could go to and they trust, and they remember some of those little life skills that you shared. You want to leave that door open. You want to keep an open just relationship with them, so they're not afraid to come to you later when they do need help in a serious way, or a time of life that's a challenge. So that's why we don't want to go into fear and guilt. As a coach, if you're a coach, you have to also really work and discipline yourself so that your emotions don't get involved. Because it's very easy if you make your living coaching, and if you're teaching martial arts or dance or whatever it is, it would be easy to go into, oh man, I'm a failure. If I was a good karate teacher, then this person wouldn't want to leave karate. which isn't true, because you could be a great teacher, you could do everything just right. Maybe it's not the right time in their life, or maybe the family's budget gets really tight and they need to stop because you got priorities. Groceries are a little more important than karate sometimes, you know? Um, so discipline your own emotions first, so that when these times come, you're able to handle it appropriately and effectively, looking at the highest good for the future. So these are some tips and things to think about when you're teaching your kids to, whether it's follow through or stop an activity. Sounds kind of funny, but you do need to teach your kids how to quit. And the cool part is, this helps parents as well, because there's going to be things where you want to stop, but you might feel like you're a failure or bad, when in reality, it's just a transition, or you're trying different things. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, and we will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.